Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everyone.
In this quick video, we'll look at how to maintain and clean a Cecotec robot vacuum. I'm using my 3690 model, but this guide applies to all models. The main differences are in removing the tank, number of side brushes, and maybe how the main brush cover comes off. Otherwise, the process is the same. So, whether you have a 36, 1390, 1290, 990, or any other model, this guide will work for any Conga. I've put a box here to collect dirt and show you what the Conga picks up in a week. I say a week because I haven't cleaned or maintained the Conga for that long. It's been a full week. Never do this, okay? Remember, maintenance is our responsibility, okay? Users should handle daily or weekly cleaning, but overall, maintenance is our job. To show what happens if left uncleaned for a week, I didn't clean it. But don't do this yourselves. Please clean it every 2 or 3 days at most. Alright, let's start cleaning the Conga now. First, I'll deal with the dust bin, okay? It's located at the top. In this model, we lift the lid and the bin is here. As you can see, it's completely full. It fills up incredibly fast in just a week. Other models may have it on the side or back to remove. It depends on which model you have. But anyway, our first step is to clean the bin. Let's grab the dust bin, okay? We open it. This model opens like this and we empty all the dirt. We empty the dirt from the tank. We take this small brush, which is always handy for cleaning those little corners where dirt accumulates, okay? Let's get the tank as clean as possible. Let's move on. Once the tank is mostly empty and we see everything's fallen out, let's deal with the filter. The pad filter needs cleaning too. As you can see, it's super dirty from the whole week. First, we clean this grid. We clean this small grill that protects the filter to make it as clean as possible. Once we've cleaned the grill, we move on to cleaning the filter. Not much to do here, but watch as I brush this side so you can see the difference. I've done half. See how dirty this side is? Just using the brush makes it much cleaner. Now we clean the entire filter. Look at all this falling out. We tap it a few times, it's super important. I won't tap it now, but a lot of dirt falls from the filter. Clean the filter until you see almost no dirt falling. I still see some, but just keep tapping until very little dirt falls, then stop. Let's say the filter's clean enough now. We have it ready, so let's put it back in. We put the filter back like this, and now we have the tank emptied and the filter clean again. We put the tank back and that part's done. Now we flip the Conga over and focus on the bottom. The side brush is easiest first. We need to clean it, so we remove it, and as you can see, hair gets tangled. I have 2 girls at home, so there's lots of long hair, and you can see all the long hair on the floor. It gets tangled in the side brush, so we can stretch this brush and remove the hair, which is usually simple. We remove the hair, see the side brush is no longer tangled, and we can put it back on. But first, check that the side motor, which is here, doesn't have tangled hair inside either. In this case, there's none, so we've cleaned this part, and the side brush is ready to use. Moving on to another tricky part, the central brush. First, remove the cover with this click, but it may vary by model. It's not too difficult. This is where dirt accumulates, causing the brush to not rotate properly when it rubs here. As always, take the brush cover and scrape off the dirt that's stuck there. You can clean this piece with water because nothing happens here. So if you see the dirt isn't coming off well, if it's really stuck on, what you can do is put it under the tap, scrub it a bit, and let it dry. It's plastic, so it'll be fine. Once we have that clean, we move on to the central brush. We take it out, And here we have the central brush after a week of use. It's really horrible, as you can see. Things get stuck inside too, so I'll do it now. I'm going to turn the robot over for this part here. There it is, okay? And as you can see, the central brush is in pretty bad shape. Everything's falling off, it's totally covered in hair, which could break the silicone walls. So for this, we'll use the small blade here, as we can grab the hair in the center and cut it. See, with this we've managed to... There it is, all this central hair comes out, leaving it completely clean. I'll work on the brush center for a bit. I'll cut the video now until it's fully clean. Keep pulling out the hairs until there's almost no hair left on the central brush. Now, with the central brush mostly hair-free, though I still see a few strands, when you see it's mostly clear of hair and not so tangled anymore, and in a fairly good state, you might think, is it done? Should I put it back now? No, look at a very problematic area here, not this one. This is the male part that fits into this side. Focus on the female part that rotates. This piece can be removed, and surprise! Ta-da! As you see, this piece holds tons of hair on the side, you'll notice it. Look at this week-old hair clump on the side, huh? Some tangled hair also remains in this area. Be very careful here, as this piece fits in and makes the brush rotate. If this part's damaged, it won't turn well, straining the motor and potentially breaking it. So, be especially careful with this small piece. Now the central brush is clean, both in the middle and on this side piece, ready to be put back. But first, I'll clear this out a bit, as the central brush might be dirty. There it is, this here and this here. Also, before anything else, before putting the main brush back, which I forgot, look at these two parts here. Make sure there's not much dirt inside and that this area is clean enough to support it. Once it's clean, we can put this back in place, and as you can see, it fits perfectly. We put the cover back on. And now our main brush is completely clean. Lastly, we've cleaned the bin, side brush, and main brush. With this, the Conga should work well again. In other words, it's pretty clean and well maintained now. But there's one part we usually skip, the omnidirectional wheel. The omnidirectional wheel comes off in two ways. If you have a screwdriver, great, but I don't, so we'll just pry it gently here. In this model, it'll come out whole, as you'll see. There it is. Look, see? Here it is. The omnidirectional wheel comes out. Notice what happens? If we remove the shaft, there's a lot of hair stuck inside. There it is. We remove it, ensuring the wheel isn't too hairy either. Then we can easily put the shaft back and reattach it. This model, only the wheel comes out. Some models, the whole piece does. Either way, pry from the center to remove. Not from here, if that makes sense, okay? Not the inner part, but the outer. More room there. Insert screwdriver, pull out. This way the whole wheel comes out. And now it's clean, as you can see. There, apply a bit of pressure and it's back in place. As you can see, the wheel spins really well and has no dirt on the sides. Well guys, in this case we have the Conga 3690 model here, but for any Conga, if you maintain these four things we mentioned, side brush, tank, main brush, and omnidirectional wheel. Those four things, if you maintain them every 2 or 3 days, no need to do it daily, but every few days it takes, I've been explaining, but it only takes 5 minutes. If you do it quickly, it just takes 5 minutes. This will prevent many issues, poor function, weak suction, lack of power, okay? You'll avoid all that with maintenance every 2 or 3 days. So that's it guys, hope this video helped. I'll put away the brush and use it today. If this video was useful, please leave a like. It's free. See you in the next video.